You know what? I just don't get it. Why does Representative John Lewis get a free idiot pass just because he went to a civil rights march with Martin Luther King 50 years ago and got hit on the head with a baton when he tried to cross a bridge? How exactly does that allow him to attack someone else, yet remain completely immune from any criticism of those attacks? How ridiculous is that? Lewis made this statement to NBC's Chuck Todd just the other day, and here's exactly what he said. You know, I believe in forgiveness, in that tone of voice. I believe in trying to work with people. It will be hard. It's going to be very difficult. I don't see this president-elect as a legitimate president. Okay, so Lewis believes in forgiveness, and Lewis believes in trying to work with others, but screw you, Donald Trump, you're not a legitimate president. Okay, exactly how does that model forgiveness and model trying to work with the other party when you right from the start poison the well and declare that Donald Trump is not a legitimate president? And isn't this exactly what President Obama did when he traveled the country on our dime, flying Air Force One from coast to coast, telling everyone who would listen how evil, obstructionist, and uncooperative Republicans were? And then he proceeded to whine, of course, about how they wouldn't work with him. Well, maybe if Obama actually wanted to work with Republicans, then maybe he should have started out by not attacking them before, during, and after every piece of legislation that he wanted to get passed. So, is Lewis just taking his clue from Obama and attempting to destroy any chance of bipartisanship even before Trump gets sworn in? Kind of looks like that. So, after Lewis calling Trump illegitimate, Trump responds to him and tells Lewis that he should maybe concentrate on what's going on in his district instead of calling him illegitimate and worrying about some so-called Russian hack that up to this point doesn't have a shred of evidence backing it up. And guess what predictably happens? Boom! That's right. It's like Donald Trump steps on a landmine for criticizing the man that called him illegitimate. Did you get that? Trump tells Lewis to do his job instead of calling him illegitimate, and it's Trump that gets attacked by liberal politicians and, of course, the mainstream media. So, does Lewis forever have this shield protecting him and allowing him to say the most asinine things for something that he did 50 years ago? And does anyone who calls out his absolute hypocrisy automatically get attacked for dissing this icon of the civil rights movement? I don't know, just ask Rob Schneider when he tried to gracefully, on Twitter, ask Lewis not to be such a demagogue about Trump, but instead he got attacked and raked over the coals by a Twitter mob for trying to white-splain Martin Luther King to Lewis. Well, you know what? That's about the collective mentality of Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. To completely ignore the substance of someone's argument and instead attack the messenger by trotting out the black grievance community and focusing on how politically correct you can get. Using the term white-splaining just covers up the fact that you have no argument and no retort, but you instead have to attack the messenger. Frankly, anyone who attacks Trump for criticizing Lewis or attacks Schneider for white-splaining MLK to Lewis are simply cowards for riding on John Lewis's coattails for something that he did 50 years ago. Oh, liberals, how long are you going to play that card? You know what? We're all tired of this politically correct crap that infects high schools, colleges, the media, and Washington, D.C. these days. We are tired of it. If someone like Representative John Lewis is going to call Trump illegitimate, then he better be open to criticism. That's right, you bunch of whiners. You can't ride that politically correct train forever. So guess what, John Lewis and you politically correct snowflakes? You better get used to the criticism and you better get used to your politically correct protection getting dismantled in the next 4 years. Because there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is President Donald Trump.